Are you a hard gainer? Are you struggling to put on muscle mass? Are you struggling to lift heavy? Watch this video. But anyway, welcome to the video. This is basically 5 tips and how I trained to build muscle mass and muscle size. I'm no expert. This is stuff that I've researched, that I've looked up, I've watched other YouTubers, and what I've learned in the process of going through my transformation. Tip number 1, compound lifts. Seen it in other videos, you know what it is. Okay, you may not have actually. Let me explain it for you. Compound lifts are basically lifts that involve multiple muscle groups and multiple joints moving at the same time. So a bench press involves chest, it does involve shoulders, it involves triceps. It's probably one of the most known compound lifts. Squats, deadlifts, also compound lifts. Deadlifts, I would say for beginners. For beginners, I would say use a Smith machine because your form's not gonna be right at the beginning. And I know a lot of the time you're shy. You don't really want to go ask people for help. Like when I didn't know, I just asked people in the gym. I know not everyone can just do that. So use a Smith machine. It will help keep the bar straight and just go straight up in a vertical line. So you won't need to worry about swinging back and forth. It will keep it controlled for you. You just can work on strengthening your lower back, your legs and your glutes. Then also pull-ups and dips. Probably the biggest known calisthenics moves that everyone does. Okay, you need pull-ups. Okay, you need tricep dip or just dips. Why? They are actually compound movements. Okay, there's different variations as well. You have your normal wide grip, you have your close grip, you have underhand, you have neutral grip. Okay, neutral grip and underhand work your biceps and your posterior deltoids a bit more. Wide grip focus on your back muscles. They also do your shoulders. Dips, if you lean forward, lower chest. If you're more upright, shoulders and triceps. They could do traps as well. Not massively. My traps aren't actually too big. I don't really work on them. Should probably start. But yeah, so compound lifts. They're essential because you need foundation. Why? Because you need to get your coordination right. When I started going gym and I did a bench press, this was me. My right hand, boom, straight up. My left hand just followed. My right hand was so dominant when I was lifting. You could tell. Like every time I lifted, my right arm came up first. Okay. It's probably the same for you if you're right-handed and you use your right hand a lot. But yeah, it's mainly just you need to get the coordination right. You need to get the strength up, and the compound movements, the compound lifts are probably the best for you to be able to do that. Yeah, for someone who has no experience in the gym, I wouldn't suggest for them to just go start doing dumbbell presses straight away for chest. Mainly for the factors, you're probably going to do the same. Your right arm's going to be up. Then you need to focus on your left arm, and when you focus on your left arm, your right arm drops. Like, it happens to everyone. So the foundation needs to be built. The initial strength needs to be built. If you've never lifted before, it's going to be hard to just suddenly, like, when I've taken my friends who've never lifted before and they've started training, they've started on 10 kg dumbbell press and their coordination has been off. I got them to focus on their bench. When they went back to dumbbell press, it was so much better. But just remember to your form, keep your arch back, all of that. If you need to know more about certain training exercises, let me know in the comments and I'll make videos on it. Okay? I can turn this channel easily into a fitness channel if needs be, and if that's what the people want. Number 2, progressive overload. Okay? Now I just realized I keep looking at the screen. I need to look more at the camera. Okay, I'm not used to this. But progressive overload. So that's basically when, so periodically over time, you're increasing the weight or the amount of reps you're doing for the weight for a certain exercise. Okay, your muscles need to get used to lifting the heavier weights so that they can grow. Your muscles won't grow if you're continuing doing the same weights for the same amount of reps every time you train. Okay, you need to up it. You need to up that oomph. You need to give your muscles, damn, this is heavy, I can't lift it. I need to grow and strengthen so I can lift it. I need to adapt. What I did probably about 3-4 months after I started training, I started to track how heavy I was lifting for each set, for each training session. So then next week I knew if I needed to increase the reps or increase the weight. Now, you probably see people in the gym using notepads and stuff, and I just did it on my notes. Like, I literally just went on my phone and I just typed it in, typed in the exercise, then typed in the weight. I didn't focus too much on the reps because every time I trained, I always tried to hit 8 to 12 reps. Minimum, most of the time it's actually minimum 10, but that's just for me. I used to go to the gym and I was like, what the hell did I lift last week? Like, was I lifting this or this? Like, what did I start at? What did I end at? But if you track it, then you 100% know what you did last week, what you can do to improve, to achieve the progressive overload, but then your muscles to be able to build. Tip number 3, rest your body. I'm not just talking about rest days, okay? I had 2 rest days, and in them rest days, I didn't always rest. Let's put it that way. In them rest days, I used to sometimes get bored, and I went to the gym. That didn't help, okay? But essentially, I'm talking about sleep, okay? When your body isn't using the calories that you've eaten throughout the day, or the energy for you to walk, for you to run, for you to do whatever you're doing in the day, it uses it to repair and rebuild your muscles. When I was training more time, I probably slept about 4, 5, 6 hours. I didn't sleep much, and you could tell the difference from when I was sleeping to when I wasn't really sleeping, which was closer to my exam time anyway. Now I still don't sleep too much. I sleep during the day a lot. I take a lot of naps now that I'm in uni. Like, if I'm constantly breaking the fibers down in my chest, if I'm constantly breaking the fibers down in my biceps, they need to rest. If I can't carry on doing bicep curls, they're not going to have time to rest and they're not going to grow. So you're preventing your muscle growth by working more. That's why you need to have these rest days. Okay, number 4, which for me was quite easy. Don't do cardio. Cardio, as you know, you burn a lot of calories in cardio. Like, if you want to start cutting and start shredding, do some cardio. As you're bulking, you're trying to eat as many calories as possible. So doing cardio just cancels it out. Another reason why cardio isn't good, even more if you warm up, is if say you warm up on a treadmill for a bit, it gets the blood pumping to your legs. So when you go to do bench, you think, oh, I'm warmed up, I'm ready. The blood isn't in your chest. So that's why you see people just warming up with the bar. You want to get your chest activated. You warm up using, I have it here, a resistant band. I basically do flies with a resistant band and all sorts. If you want to see how I train for chest, let me know in the comments. Like I say, I'm quite active in replying. Even in my video when I don't even know how many comments it has. There's a lot. But I've replied to pretty much every single one, unless you're replying to someone else. I just liked it. But I did read them. I read them all. Number 5. Number 5 is probably one of the things I didn't know until a lot later when I was working out. But once you have your foundation from doing your compounds, once you have some muscles, you're gaining strength, you're used to training, that's probably one of the biggest things. But this tip is probably the main way you're going to increase muscle, and that is increase the volume in your workouts. Now, you're probably thinking, how can I increase the volume? Like, if I do more exercise and more sets, I don't have the time for that. Now, if you're going to increase your volume, you can always do more exercises for your specific muscle group that you're training. However, for me, I do supersets, drop sets. You probably heard it in and out. You don't know what it is. A drop set is essentially, you do a set of a heavy weight, you drop it to a lighter weight when you're starting to fatigue, you can't do anymore. You drop it to a lighter weight, and then because it's a lighter weight, your muscles can still bank them extra couple 5 reps. Even if it's just 5 reps, that's extra volume. And now the reason why you need the volume in your training is because it's gonna just break your muscles down even more. So if I'm doing dumbbell press, which right now I'm on like 32s. I've done 34s before, but but obviously my shoulder kind of messes things up. So if I do 32s and then I drop it down to say 24s and I can bang out an extra 8 reps, that's much more volume than if I just did the 10 reps. Okay? So if you're starting to get on what I'm saying, do more to destroy your muscles. Like, I don't like leaving the gym until my muscles ache, until I literally can't do anymore. And usually at the end of my workouts, I always do muscle ups and pull ups and stuff. And I'll know when I'm hurting because I won't be able to do the same amount as I know I can do. The other thing is, so supersets, as I mentioned. Supersets is basically doing 2 different exercises in the same set. So it's like, say, doing a rope tricep extension, and then immediately after, you do your overhead tricep extension. So then you're just doing it like that. And that's just more volume. You're just making your muscles work. So do 8 to 10, 8 to 12 reps, and then 8 to 12 reps. So it's like a 20 rep set, which is increasing the volume. The reason why you don't usually do 20 reps of the same exercise, you can do, but because you're trying to do a heavy weight and it's different positioning, sometimes it's just your muscles aren't gonna be able to do it. But when you change the exercise, it's gonna be slightly easier to carry on doing them reps. So make sure you're adding extra volume, as much volume as you can, because it's essentially gonna be probably one of the biggest things, apart from your diet, to increase your muscle strength and muscle size. This was just kind of a little bit of an explanation video. If you want to know certain exercises, routines, workouts that I do, let me know. As I said, them 5 things are probably the things that, like, you need to be doing for sure. They're kind of simple, but you need to be doing. Like, you can easily just brush past them and think, I don't need that, or I haven't done that. And I'm just trying to help you guys start off. And then once you've started off, that's what I mean, add in the drop sets, add in the supersets. Because not many people they usually go from how to start and then when you're already there. There's no, like, in-between stages. And I can give you them in-between stages because I'm at that in-between stage now. Like, I'm not super strong. I'm not the super biggest. But I have gone from being skinny to I know what I'm doing and I have strength, I have size. So hope you enjoyed. Smash the thumbs up. Smash the subscribe button. That guy Akari merch.